is ILEG Technology Screens, which will be changing to have a name that kind of covers everything we do. That right there is our new ad tech technology. It is a technology we're designed for companies, B2B, business to business, for advertising technology. Everything from storefront windows. We have a customized desk coming out that has that tech embedded into it. It's actually, a guy's going to print it out, 3D printing business. And it's going to be printing out the professional licensed 3D printing business. He's going to be printing out desks and stuff like that we can convert and coat with that tech to turn into projection screens. We're going to have, advertising showpieces, advertising technology being used for expos and trade shows and so forth. We're also going to have technology involving PC cases, develop and design our own PC cases because they're going to be clear with that technology. We have a black version of technology called the Imperial Black, which is insanely incredible. It reads a white level literally so high that it almost matches a white surface. And also, too, any gray screen that lays against it, it turns it beige. Like it literally picks up a white level literally that high. We have the fluorescents coming out pretty soon. We have some visual effects screens coming out. They're going to be designed for like visual projection for fish tanks and stuff like that. Another thing too we're going to be working on is a panel system, smaller panel systems that locks together for floor application displays and ceiling application displays. So there's a lot of stuff we're going to be working on here with ad tech. And as I said before, I've had my customer base for a very long time, but the Lord's pushing us in the direction of business. That's where he's telling us to go, and that's where we're going. So that's the direction we're heading. All right, now we have not done any business with any customers up here. We've done strictly with all businesses. That's the way it's been working. And right now we have several stores that will be advertising the ad tech technology for us, including we're going to be in the process pretty soon. Our financial capital is going to be bumping up a bit. And we're going to be basically in the process of purchasing a couple of showrooms so we can show ad tech off to the masses. I'm definitely going to be in trade shows, definitely going to be in the home show. We got something for them at the end of the day. We're going to show off something involving kitchen, something involving the garage, work garage. There's things we're going to be building and designing that are going to have some really interesting technology with this technology embedded into it. The panel Lego system, that we can say Lego, but it's owned by a company. But it's a panel connect system, basically that you can actually change out your ceilings, you can change out your floors. Now again, if you have a strange shaped floor, a strange shaped ceiling, we can get the ceiling, we can get the measurements of it, and we can actually design these panels to fit into your ceiling using the ad tech technology. As for projectors, projectors don't cost us a lot of money. We literally spend under $200 for our projectors. That's it. We show you that. Pretty soon we'll be posting our eBay receipts on what we pay for our projectors. They're under $200. The projector I use in one of the storefront windows cost me $16.25, and the one I'm using here on demonstration, which is a Christie LW400, cost me $50. Actually, I own two of these, so they're very cheap to get. So we also have some other versions of ad tech. Ad tech has a fabric version of itself, which allows it to be able to read with projectors of 50 to 300 lumens, which means that the advertising cloths that you use for trade shows, this will allow you to put in a live commercial through ultra short throw or through small pico projectors at 50 lumens to 300 in a full lit environment and be able to operate and show beautiful images across your table. You can advertise QR codes, whatever you want to do, right there at the table instead of spending money for expensive brochures, which again, some people are just going to probably toss in the trash anyway, but at least you can click it and have it right to their phone, right off your table, and your table can show a commercial. Using AI technology, we have a couple of programmers coming on board. These programmers are going to bring the AI to life, so allow someone to advertise right off your glass. I just shot a couple of videos, give you an idea. You can have a beer, if you place it basically does a bar in the day, you can bring all your different forms of drinks right there on the glass. So you're saying beer, you can show what you serve. And if you have a restaurant, like I said, you can connect the camera right there with the chefs are cooking all that amazing food, have it right on top of the glass so people can see it, advertise your restaurant that way. If you have a barbecue restaurant, you can turn the windows into flames. I think that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty interesting too. But also you can have barbecue, you can show different foods you're barbecuing and make it right there in the window. Again, ice cream shops at the end of the day, we can literally make your windows rain chimneys. You can have ice cream cones dancing across the window. If you have a dealership that sells boats, we can literally put boats that are splashing across your windows. And skies are the limit with that tech. Now, as for holiday decorations, you don't need any. You already have them there. You can make your windows snow. You can put in dancing pumpkins. If you have a firework, we know plenty of, we have them up here, firework shop that sells fireworks. You can turn your windows into a firework display. You know, this thing's gonna look like at nighttime with your windows blasting off like that. That is gonna look absolutely incredible. If you have an aquarium business, and say if you're having the decal stickers that don't move, you can actually take cameras, if you want, and put them inside your fish tank and display this right to the glass. Even turn your floor into koi fish, ceilings into koi fish. Matter of fact, we can turn the entire environment to one big fish tank. So what I mean by this technology is not going to cost you a lot of money. You don't have to worry about the sun comes up, don't have to have a huge awning out there. Am I going to have to wait until 12 o'clock in the afternoon in order to fire up because the screen might wash out? We've done testing where we've walked all around Allentown with that projector, with my little Chumi right here, and I'm able to advertise anywhere I go, even out in the middle of the park, even out in parking lots. Able to advertise with no problem whatsoever. The inside of this technology, using the inside, has both front and rear capabilities. Outside produces incredible images. Inside, incredible images also. So it means you can change and put in massive 150-inch screens, 200-inch screens. It can go anywhere it wants to go, which means you don't have to basically cut off part of your restaurant and make it a little darker because your screen's washing out. This thing goes anywhere it wants to go. You can put it against the window. Not going to phase it at all whatsoever. And again, projectors, super cheap. No spending, no $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, not even required. So, right here, this is a clear version of AdTech. And the projector we're using in the demonstration, if I lean down a little bit, you'll see is a Chrissy LW400. It sits in eco mode. Right now, the brightness on this projector is at 0 because we don't have to have a lot of power because these things absorb a ton of light. Let me show you my specifications on my projector. Right now, my projector is on whisper mode. We never have to burn any projectors. How quiet it is. There you go. Chrissy LW400. If you don't have an HDMI port, it really doesn't make a difference. I have an HDMI port on here, but I like to use this to show you at the end of the day that you don't have to have it. If you don't have it, you can go with VGA. It's not going to basically cut your signal or your picture loss or anything whatsoever. Let's click on this and walk over. And you'll see that my brightness is at 0 right there, and Chrissy's to whisper mode. Whisper mode is eco mode. So this projector is 4,000 lumens, but because it's in eco mode, it's at 25. You see the distance from the screen, and us being in a commercial environment, we have a lot of light in here. So you'll never have to worry about your screen washing out or fading ever. I was looking at the library. We could do some pretty cool stuff over there. Libraries, we can make the windows ring books. We can bring Tom Sawyer to life. Because with the AI technology and programming, they can program all types of different displays and different effects. It'll go right up onto the glass. Now, does it require you to have a lot of high power components? No. I can do this with a Fire Stick with no problem, which I'm doing right now for a basic Fire Stick, and just YouTube, and that's it. If you want to make your own stuff, you can make your own stuff, or you can use some content they have on YouTube with no problem whatsoever. Let's show you some of the cool stuff we could do with this. So as I said before, I have multiple options. Fish tanks if I want to do it that way. I like to do the cold beer. 4K beer screensavers. Now I took the screens and I actually put them side by side so they connect together. I just had them overlapping each other. So they gave me what I want. That's a bear. They gave me bear. 4K beer screensavers. Here he gave me a bear. Oh, jolly old bear. Let me see what we got going here. So you can advertise pouring beer in your windows. It's going to look absolutely incredible. You can have the windows. We can turn the windows into beer, which means you can have your windows filled with beer, and like it's being drunken down, anything you want. Now, if you have a workout studio, you can advertise your workout right through glass. Anything you could possibly think of. on a hot summer day. I don't drink it in the day, but on a hot summer day, that has to look absolutely amazing. Let's go over to, if you got a nice little bar, got some interesting drinks that you serve, you can display this right in your window. It's going to draw a lot of attraction to your business. That's what you need for your business. People for the business need something that's going to draw attraction to the window, and the ad tech technology is perfect for doing that. And like I said, it has so many different types of applications to it. It's incredible what this technology can do. And as I said, go anywhere projection screen, which means you don't have to be stuck. If you are doing the 40, I think it's the 48 by 96, these are the larger panels, you can have this up in your window. And when you get done, you can roll it up and you can take it home and watch a movie off of it. Because, again, it goes where it wants to go. Unlike the decal stickers, which are really nice at the end of the day, but they're stuck there. And when you get ready to move, or maybe you're going someplace else, or maybe you're renting someplace else, you're going to have to take this off the window, which means it's going to be called, what I saw in the videos, a power washer, scraper, and some solution to remove it. So that's your money down the drain. This technology right here, you can take it home with you. It's completely portable. Now we have several different types of panels. We have more of the stiff, rigid panels, and we have the flex. The flexes are more flexible, they're rollable. Actually, I got one around here somewhere. Yeah, right over there. Grab it. These are flexes. Flexes can roll up. This is the one I had in the storefront window on display. They can roll up. They're very easy to carry and transport anywhere you want. Once they unroll, they lay flat every single time. Let's see. Let's go over to things right there. Barbecue screensavers. So you can have that advertised in your window. You can have barbecue. You can have the name of your store. It'll flame at the end of the day. I particularly love barbecue a lot. So if I saw something like this in the window, there's a 100% chance I'm coming in to buy. I'm not saying anything on the technology. I'm a huge barbecue connoisseur. I love barbecue. I would literally walk into your store and I saw flames in your window. Some of the cooked food. Now, if you have a food truck, this is fantastic too. Like I said, ad tech can sit on the back of your truck. And what that's sorry about that. What's that perfect for? Movies. You can have movies on the back of your truck. So imagine you can have dinner and a movie on the back of your truck. You watch cartoons, anything you want, you can have back there. People can sit there and watch this at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on this technology. You can display what you have, your restaurant, commercials. What if you want on the back of that screen? In between, when you're having the movies, you can have your little your introduction pop up, and in your introduction say, "Hey, we sell this, that, and the other." You can put different locations. Your truck might be located at. We're located here at this time now of the day. We're located here at this time of the day, and back to the movie. Now, I think really would be a nice touch if you have an ice cream parlor. An ice cream parlor, you could show some of those old-fashioned cartoons. I think that would be pretty nice. I would like to see it in the day. I'm willing to donate to an ice cream shop so we can see that one on display. People love cartoons. They love cartoons. They'll go out there and they'll get something to eat from your store, some ice cream, and they'll go out there and watch those cartoons, and they'll come back, I guarantee you, for seconds, just to sit back and watch. I know for a fact I've sat there and I've eaten 3 or 4 bowls of cereal while watching cartoons. Look how beautiful, that's how amazing that looks right there. You imagine just getting off from work and you see those flames, and oh yeah, definitely going to get something to eat. Definitely going to get something to eat. First, you got to talk about that advertisement. Like, where did you get that from? That is freaking. And they're going to take pictures of it, of your store. They're going to take pictures of your restaurant. People are going to share that information with other friends and family. You have the best advertising ever. Now imagine that in the window. Imagine you getting off from work and you see that in the window right there. Man, I'm definitely going. I'm on barbecue right now. I'm literally about to get some barbecue today. Crackling fire. Workout class 4K demonstration. Training exercise for kids. Oh. Workout exercise class 4K. Got something completely different. You got exercise for kids. Why does he give me that? I don't want kids. I want exercise. Like, this is all for kids. I want some kids for adults. Workout exercise for adults. Most people are nervous when they walk into an exercise class because they don't know what to expect. If you have this outside your window, people can see what goes on inside the class and they would be more comfortable to come in and sign up. This will show you how vivid and sharp it looks. So you can see it's crystal clear, it's nice and sharp. And like I said, I'll put some link below to some of the stores we're actually showing the ad tech in right now. And you'll be able to see some of the, we have to go in there and test the surface, make sure we have the right size screen, what type of projectors we're going to be using, and those demonstrations for our customers at the end of the day. But as you can see, the images are absolutely vivid and super sharp. Mind, the projector we use in the demonstration is an Epson, Epson PowerLight S6. When it cost me $16.25, that projector is 600 by 800 720p SVGA only. And it can pick up an image that sharp. So it's all types of cool stuff we can do with that tech. 4K demonstrations OLED. As I said before, ad tech is far more affordable than LED screens. Keep in mind, we can make screens to any size we want. LED screens, you don't have the capability. We can convert tables into projection screens, pods and projection screen, tiles, ceilings, floors, whatever you want. We can submerge them deep underwater, project anything we want through them. We cannot do that with a LED screen. LED screens are super expensive. Our technology is extremely affordable. Now, I was one site, and the guy was like, well, you know, hey, the projectors have got to be really expensive. If you guys are advertising images like that, you've had to spend a lot of money for your projectors. I'm like, no, we didn't. Our projectors are under $200. Under $200. So that means our projectors are literally so cheap for the technology display that every person, everybody we do business with, we can put a projectors in there for free. We can take it out of our own pocket. I can get a pallet of Epsons for $1,000, and I can basically supply every person with a free projector because at the end of the day, it doesn't take anything to run it. It cost me $40 for the QME2 projector I have sitting on my desk. That's it. So not only can we walk into your establishment, but we can set the projector up absolutely free. So right now we're doing a couple of mom and pop stores I'm about to do. The projectors are free. Go pick one up for like 20 bucks. For 20 bucks, it lays in my pocket. $20. That's all it takes, right there, to buy a projector to do that. That's it, 20 bucks. In the next demonstration, I'll be hooking up the Epson projector. We'll do a demonstration there. I'm putting $20 on the table. That's what it cost me. Less than 20 bucks to be able to do this. This projector right here cost me $50. $50, that's it. Companies, when we do business with them, the first thing they ask us is the price of these machines, because I know what kind of money they spent. It's a company. They spent a lot of money. The parts came in here, and they saw the demonstrations we had on the wall, and it was asking, but the projector cost us like $50, and you could see the whoa, because I know they spent a lot of money for their projector. I know they spent a lot of money. Anytime we walk into an establishment, we see a white screen and a business, we know that projector is very expensive. Because they'll spend money for the top machine they possibly can get their hands on to try to recorrect the problem because the white screen doesn't read correctly. Already might be know from the door. We come in here, we spend next to nothing for our machines. Now, for companies, just to let you know, the Apex Gamer, we're going to be doing a couple of big displays. Actually, there's one place where we're going to be doing a 300-inch screen setup for them. You'll see that technology produces amazing white levels. And I have to say this real quick because I'm going to be saying it anyway. It's so amazing that it can back itself up on every level, even in a courtroom. Which means we can back our products up 100% anywhere. Oh, now if you got a flower shop, wow, the stuff we can do with a flower shop. We can literally make your windows grow vines, flowers, any type of flower you can possibly think of, we can bring it to life. You imagine this vine just growing, programmed as a vine that grows all around your windows, loops around it, goes around the door and everything, and all of a sudden, poof, flowers are blooming right out of it. And then we can spell your name out in flowers. Future technology, your office desk, we can convert that into our technology. We have a panel system that can lay measurements of your desk that you get to us, and we can basically print out the tabletop to your desk that's coated with the AdTech technology. It even curves up a little bit so you have a screen that wraps all the way around you. And the projectors require 50 lumens to 300 lumens. That's it. You can project off the table, you can project off the wrap around the screen. Anything you like. Now, if you got a car dealership, How can we use AdTech there? There's huge windows you have in there. Do you have any idea the fun we can have with those windows at the end of the day? The displays we can put up there. The commercials we can run through your windows. Even the very cars that sit out in your lot. We have a new film that we're working on. This is a film that is not permanent. It actually just lays against the glass. That's all it does. And you can take a projector, just like this, small little cummy, stick it in the back seat of your car, and you can project the advertisement display right through that glass. You can put a commercial right through that windshield. And it can be outside in the middle of sunlight can strike it, not a problem. Won't face it in any way whatsoever. I just did this one on the old city skyline right here. Just to show you how bright AdTech operates. Now this is two panels connected together. These panels are 24 by 36. Each of them are about the size of a 40-inch screen. We have from this side. I'll be putting a link below showing the prices and what we have for different panels at the end of the day. That's the Flex over there, the one that's rolled up. The Flex is actually 18 by 24, and they're around $437. I can't say too much about the floor system. We have a floor system that has a sensor system in it. Oh, we're going to design some crazy stuff with this stuff. Some crazy stuff. I can't wait to show up the fish tanks. The fish tanks are insane. It's a different type of tank. It's a different type of screen. It's completely different. It's not what you would think it's just a regular, no, these are different types of screens. Some of these screens can be filled with water, give a more realistic effect. So if you ever want to have a giant screen about the size of that 150-inch behind the back of it, and you want to put anything you want, City of Atlantis, mermaids, whatever that in the day, it gives it a kind of a 3D, 4D kind of effect. Something that we figured out. Well, God bless us to be able to have. The curved projection screens we're engineering that require only one projector in order to get the screen to wrap around in a full curve. The simulators we're working on some amazing gaming simulators, driving simulators, mech simulators, all different types of flight simulators. I got a buddy who's coming to mind, he's a professional welder. He's the one that's going to be designing the bracket system for your screen to lock in place. And because this is the black screens can have projectors that lock behind the back of them. These projectors don't lay on the floor. The screens themselves have a bracket system that allows the projector to lock into the back of it and project right to the screen. So you're having multiple lines in your screen. You can have one big, huge, massive wraparound like a C, which means when you turn to the left, you turn to the right, you see images here, here, and over top of you. One big molded piece. Yeah, we got some crazy ideas for what we're going to do with this thing. Now, that particular part of the gaming technology, because AdTech has advertising, it has basically for visual effects, it has for projector mapping, it has for special effects, and then it has a section that's for gaming. And the gaming applications for AdTech are going to be absolutely insane. Customized projector, not a projector, but more like 3D printed screens. These things are going to be insane. High-level optical lighting, built-in flat JBL speakers. These things are insane, encoded with AdTech technology. Now, will these be available for customers? Yeah, it's a gaming technology. I'm a big gamer myself. I would not deny my gamers. There's certain things we have in order that we're going to have for customer base, but certain things, no, not for customer base. This technology, no. But the technology we're going to engineer for the gamers, that's a whole different world by itself. This is going to be exclusive website designed for the ultimate gamer. So if you're serious about your gaming at the end of the day, that's where you go to buy that technology. Can you imagine your gaming desk itself, AdTech? Your gaming cube and PC cases, AdTech. Yeah, it's going to be some crazy stuff at the end of the day. You can do your floors. Can you imagine a panel tile system that interlocks that you can through your entire floor with ad tech technology. It even has a sensor system in it. See, this is what I mean at the end of the day, that when I try to explain to people at the end of the day, we are beyond all of that, because ad tech is to open the door for us to be able to go as far as we want to go. The Lord blessed us with a technology that eats and reads sunlight. Once you conquer sunlight, you can go anywhere you want. There's no limitation. We don't have it. So now we can build the most insane stuff we could ever build. That's why we're bringing this guy in who has this projector, this 3D printing business. Anything that he prints out of the machine, we code it with that technology, becomes ad tech. So we can have wraparound screens. You can come in and you can have a screen that's about 9 feet tall, full wraparound screen. Anything you could possibly think of. Now you see why people are threatened by it. Companies, stuff they can do with this thing, they'll have a ball with this. Even in your home at the end of the day, imagine you can have a screen anywhere you want. In your kitchen. Kitchen has the most light in it. You can have it in your kitchen, you can have it in your dining room, you can have it in your living room, you can have it in your garage, you can have it in your driveway, you can have it in your backyard, you can have it anywhere you want. That's why I'm experimenting with these little micro projectors. I'm experimenting with them. I have 3 of them coming in. They're unnamed brand. I'm curious. I've got a strange and I got an interesting feeling that they'll operate on a black technology. On that black technology, see-through technology, it'll read it. So if we can enhance those little projectors, those tiny little machines in the day, the stuff that we can actually embed into our screens and everything else, we can put built-in projectors into our screens. The future isn't being stuck in a dark environment. The future is not spending money for tons and tons of money for projectors that can't give you the full capability of what you can do. The future is having a technology that costs you nothing when it comes to buying your projector. That any projector you choose, whether it be 720p or whatever, you're still going to get an excellent image. You can go anywhere you want. Imagine being home and you just look outside like, I want to go outside and get some air. You can pull your panel off your wall and go outside and watch a movie. You want to be there in the backyard? Go to the beach. You don't want to go to the beach? Go someplace else. Wherever you're going to go, that screen's going to operate. When I was out there sitting on that bench, I was watching a movie sitting on the bench on a 300-lumen projector. I can go out there right now in that area, set up my screen, because we've got snow out there right now, but set up my screen, grab some popcorn or chips from around the local store, and sit there and watch a movie, which I'm going to do in one of the demonstrations. I'm going to be here watching the movie here, I'm going to pause it, and go finish watching the rest of it out there. As for companies, well, like I said, skies are the limits. If you ever thought in the day, like, man, I would love to have something dance, you have that now. You have that capability now. Yep. You got a fabric version of ad tech. We have a golf simulator we're developing with ad tech technology. That projector over there, I'm gonna take a $20 bill. I'm gonna get that projector painted up. I want some crazy design for all my projectors. I don't want them to look normal. I want that crazy kind of design to them, with graffiti art on, because I want them to look very unprofessional. Trojan horse effect. So when we go to shows and stuff like that, you're just gonna see this old projector with paint stickers all over it, stuff like that, and like, man, this thing's a joke. And we're gonna do that to them. Trojan horse effect. We'll never see it coming. To prove at the end of the day that I don't have to spend the money. And if I don't have to spend the money for that expensive projector, it means my customers don't spend that money either. That's why it's going to be easy for any company at the end of the day to do business for us, to distributor technology, distributorship, distributor technology, but distributorship. We'll get distributorship contracts extremely fast. Because again, as I said before, we do have to concentrate on one thing, and I do have to concentrate on B2B. I have to concentrate on that. I can't do both. I'm not spreading myself out too thin. I'll let them take over that part. They will sell that part. But any company that we allow you to have a contract that was for distributorship, the money you make will be incredible. Because you can advertise to a customer at the end of the day. There's no restrictions. Can you imagine how easy that is for you to market that product? You have no restrictions. You can have a screen in your bathroom. You can have a screen anywhere you want. A screen in your kitchen. Doesn't make a difference. These little tiny projectors will power a screen in the kitchen with no problem. Got an RV? Guess what? There's a fabric version of AdTech. You can watch movies, or you're camping, RV, van life, car life, whatever it is. Doesn't make a difference. And again, projectors are not expensive. So it'd be easy for those companies to be to advertise that technology. They'll make a lot of money. They'll be to sell it very easy. And the customers don't require expensive projectors. Projectors are cheap. Literally, they can give you the projector. Do you have to have 4K? No, we don't need 4K. Do you have to have 1080p? No, we don't use it. We use 720p in all our demonstrations. Look at the picture quality. I'm not even using a HDMI output. I have it there on the projector. I don't have to use it. And this is the clear version. The black version is absolutely insane. The black version reads a white level literally so high that next to a certified white screen, it can almost blend into it, being ultra black. Anything that lays against it, like gray screens, they can't read next to them. It turns a gray screen beige. Makes it unwatchable. It can read a contrast level that gray screens can't read. Gunmetal screens can't even match it. What do we got here for time? Oh, we're good. Oh, I hope this is a picture and not something else. Man, if I had this technology when I was her age at the end of the day, can you imagine me walking into your dorm with this tech like, yo, what you got that screen right there? That's what you gaming on? Nah, we're going to hook this place up. We're going to do the whole entire wall. All right, you put your desk here, I got my desk here. We're going to do the whole wall. Man, that place will be lit at the end of the day. We have all kinds of technology going there. Like, yeah, my roommate is a tech junkie, man. The stuff we got in there is like, man, like being on a holodeck at Star Trek. You wouldn't believe the stuff that goes on in there. Yep. What do you got today? Oh, no, that's your PC at the end of the day? Oh, we built an ours today. Let me show you what we're going to be putting in today. Oh, man, it'd be crazy, man. Every place I go, my technology absorbs an area. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, it absorbs an area. So pretty soon, we'll have our own PC cases. That's what we're going to run at. We have our own PC cases coming up pretty soon. And the PC cases are screens. So instead of you paying all this money for this little LCD display, you can convert your entire box into anything you want. I got a guy coming in, he's going to put in the micro projectors that allow you to convert the box into anything you want. You can turn it into ice cube, you can turn it into fire, you can turn it into water, anything you want. The black versions are insane too on top of that. Oh, we got some crazy stuff we're working on. Let me see what we're going to do. Outside barbecues, get together, events. Yeah, not a problem. We got a DJ screen coming out that has AdTech embedded into it. So one of the displays, that's why we need a showroom. One of the displays we're going to have is we're going to have DJ, AdTech floor, and ceiling in there with the whole booth. And everything's going to synchronize the music back and forth. That's why we need showroom. The showroom allows us to do stuff that we can't do on YouTube. We need to have a huge display to show everything that we do. So I want to do something crazy. Like I want the AI, we have a main AI spokesperson for us. She's going to be the bounce from screen to screen to screen. She can jump to any screen she wants. She can jump outside. She can run around the side of the building. She can jump into one screen, come out the other. She can be in one area. She can be dressed like she's on the ship fighting Moby Dick. She can be another place over here fighting some war in galactic outer space. That's how we're going to hook it up. So it allows her to be the ping pong anywhere she wants. We can have her screens all the way down to the bottom. She can jump all the way down to the bottom of the curve, come all the way down. Isn't that pretty cool? Because that technology reads anywhere it wants to go. That's why we need the showrooms, because we need to develop them so we can do that. Have cars out there, it pops up on the screen on the cars, tells exactly what the product is all about, all the specifications on the machine, everything. Can we embed voice activation software into this? Yeah, anything we want. It's a program. Like I said, the whole fashion design thing. So if you got a clothing store, instead of you trying to figure out what mannequin to put the clothes on, you can design a video with all you have to sell in your store. You don't have to put certain ones out there hoping people may like this and may not like this one. You can have your entire product line right through your glass. Do a little virtual fashion show. Play a little music in the back. Yeah. Like Dunkin' Donuts, like I said, in the day we can make your windows fill up with coffee. We can have a spokesperson, a spokesperson, donut you have, dancing across the screen. Eagles for football games, once we get permission on that, there's a color version of AdTech that can actually change its color. It's the same thing as the technology we made for a screen paint called the Exotics that had the ability to be able to produce different color screens, but they can read as if they were regular screens. So this is a version of AdTech that actually has the ability to change color, which means that your screen can match your favorite football team at the end of the day. Yeah, you can stick that thing right next to the window, won't make a difference at all whatsoever. Then you'll be used to that. See, the reason why companies are threatened by AdTech, and I'll tell you why you're threatened by it, because this will change the customer and how they see projection screens. Because now they're going to expect for you to do the same thing too also. They're going to expect for you to be able to pull up in fully lit environments. AKA, it's going to spoil customers. That's what it's going to do. And that's why companies are threatened by this technology. Because customers are going to expect you to do the same thing we do. You mean to tell me that this is a technology you can read right now? Fully lit environment, projector cost me $50 and I can read it from way back here. I remember back behind my desk right now and I can see that crystal clear with no problem. And you mean to tell me you would rather be in the dark? But a projector costs you $3,000, $4,000? You can't even read a contrast level correctly, your colors don't pick up, you gotta calibrate, do all the crazy hoops and jumps and loops at the end of the day just to get it to work. And that screen set will probably at the end of the day, if you pay for a gunmetal, it's going to cost you far more than this. Or if you basically decide to spend the money on a cheap screen paint at the end of the day, well, you're just going to spend a lot of money just to get that thing to run. And it still won't even run correctly. Visual effects screensavers. Oh, man. We got so much to play with here. Let's go pop over here first. Now we have some stuff coming out for the home show. I got some stuff I want to introduce. Something to make your home look a little bit more amazing in the day. We got some pretty cool stuff coming up. Now, like I said, it's up to, we got several people right now that have an interest in becoming distributorships for the company. They're the ones who are going to be responsible for baking to make sure that you get that technology. Because right now, like I said, I have to concentrate on one thing. I have to concentrate on the business end of it. It's a lot of work, and I can't spread myself too thin. So I have to, so you can hire some people. Nah, this technology is different for me. This is my baby. I have to be the one to have control over this. I don't give people that type of control. So I have to be here for it. So it either has to be one side or the other. Right now, the Lord has been directing us toward businesses. That's where it's been happening. Our sales for customers have decreased, they've slowed down, and our sales for companies have increased. That's the Lord telling us that this is our direction we're going. We've been doing a lot of business with companies. Every place we walk into, they open the door, they let us in. This is the way this is what's meant to be. I walked into a couple of stores. They just came in and said, just looked at me and said, hey, how you doing? Da, 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 da. Hey, I got this technology. It hits the window. Really? Let me see. They didn't argue nothing. Oh, my goodness, that's insane. Like, all right, is this available now? Like, when can I get my hands on this? Like, no, right now we're working on a few things. You know, we're just getting ready for the summer, stuff like that. Okay, just let me know. I'll come pick one up. Where's your office at? My office is at 40 South 5th Street. They come right down here and they go check out the screen, see it for themselves right there. Or if they want, Since we have now 8 stores that are going to be advertising because we gave them ad tech for free, they're going to be, they can go ahead and see it right there. That helps the store who gets it for free, gives them advertising, gives us advertising. Oh yeah, you got a fireworks store? Not bad. Snickers, you're not yourself when you're hungry. Oh, barbershops. Man, what you can do with this? All the different haircuts you've done, you can put it right in the glass. You can have people fashion, design their hair, the heads up. Look, I did this, got this design right here. You can put the name of each barber, what chair he's in, all that right to the glass. Now imagine if you got a fireworks store. You can even go and do demonstrations on what type of fireworks and what they do. Okay, we got these particular cherry bombs, they do this. They got this right here, they do this. We got screamers, they do this. You can do your own commercials on YouTube and put them right on there. 4th of July comes up, got a 4th of July sale. You want real fireworks in your window? You can do that with that technology. Holidays come up, again, whatever you want. Pumpkins can dance in the window. You can have trick-or-treaters run across the glass, anything you want. You got a place where you like Petco at the end of the day, you can put all your wildlife in the window. Got a museum? Oh, imagine the stuff we could do with that museum. You can get a T-Rex to run across the glass. You can bring the entire prehistoric age right through your windows. Like endless possibilities, crazy endless possibilities. And mind you, the ad tech doesn't spray in your glass. This is a material like we have right here that you stick in your window, and when you're done, take it with you. Or leave it there, it's up to you. Fireworks display there. Now, if you got a place you sell music, DJ music at the end of the day, turn your windows into equalizers. Yeah, you can have a ball with that. We did this one for a little visual display. Bright, vivid. You think this stuff looks insane in the morning? Wait till you see when nighttime hits. This is a whole nother world. So many possibilities. Endless possibilities. Oh, so in bottled water? Turn the water into water. Wait till we hit McDonald's. We can literally make the golden arch bounce from one window to the next. Ronald McDonald's, hamburger, we can bring them all to life right through glass. Now, this technology works both ways. It works backwards and forward, as it says front and rear. I am going to put a link below. It'll show a place that we did some demonstrations at. You'll get a chance to see exactly what it looks like. Mind you, projector we're using the demonstration. It's an Epson PowerLight S6. That's it. That's all we use. The projector cost me $16.25. We're giving them the projectors. We don't. The projectors are so cheap for us to operate on. We literally give them to them because we don't. You know, it's cheap. It doesn't cost me a lot of money. We can do that entire store with no problem.
Credit One Bank presents One Track Jim. He's a creditor. It does he only.
Now, if you have a projector that has portrait mode, these can do portrait mode. The Christies can do it. They stand upward. And with projector mapping applications, you can literally put in portals if you want to. You can Stargate it. See how bright the image pops up? Super bright, vivid, sharp. Now imagine that to your ceiling using the AdTech tiles. So we're going to be doing some pretty cool stuff when we get this whole setup. We're going to do a section where the walls are going to be done. You can walk through. We got these wall panels that lock together like dividers, but they're screens. So you can walk through, walls change, floors change, ceiling change, all that runs off projector. All ultra short units are running that. And the ultra short projectors I did with the floor, my demonstration, the Epson, or the NEC, That projector cost me $60. That's all it needs, just that projector right there to do it. That's it. $60. Under $200. Do we plan to get any 4Ks? Yeah, actually, we're going to get a 4K projector. We're going to get a 4K projector, put it next to a 1080p projector, put it next to a 720p projector, hit on the screen. But you can't tell which. We have boxes over top of them. You can't tell which one's which. Figure out which one is 4K, which one's 720p, which one's 1080p. I did this demonstration already before. I did it on the screen paint we engineered when I had the PX747 ViewSonic 4K projector. This is native 4K projector. And they couldn't tell which one was which. This is to show you that you don't need all that. That's why the projector is there. The 4K is only there to show that you don't need it. The 1080p is there to show you don't need it. All right, people, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I did. Pretty soon for stores that we're working with offline over in Allentown local area, we're going to be setting you up with the members only exclusive. This is exclusive page designed for companies to be able to network and work together. As for the companies that will be dealing with us online, we're going to be setting up something on the website for you to buy. As I said before, at the end of 2026, we'll be going strictly into B2B business only. As for the customer base, we do have a few distributors that will be picking up our technology, and then you have to go to them to buy from them because you can't come to us because we don't offer it anymore. But they'll be doing the business from there. As for companies that are acquiring, if you have a business and you have to be acquired online because you can't come locally where we're at, that you can come in and you can basically fill out the application form. It's an application form which requires EIN number and basic business information, so we know at the end of the day you're legit. Because we're going to have some people come in and try to get the screen, and sorry, your order is going to be denied. This is for companies only. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. That particular part is company only. The gamer part of it's different. That's a whole different section. So totally, completely different business. So we have to literally build a website for this. It's a completely different business, which is the gaming part of it. Yep. Now I got to go out and I got to go take a look at another window. I've been doing a lot the last couple of days. I had to go to City Hall and I had to liquidate my. I'm getting rid of my LLC. Not my LLC. I got rid of that. I got rid of the company. Wait for them to give me that they got rid of the company's license because I got a new one for the new company. Got a new company name, and the reason why mistakes we were making, feel like, why you keep changing the company's name? Because we kept naming it after a product, which was the dumbest thing you can do. After I name it after a product, we turn around and make a new product. Now we got SEG, and we got IOEG. But the S is better. It's better than more high-end technology. So this time, the Lord blessed us, and just with a name that covers everything. So before I can actually show the name, I got to go down and I got to apply for the copyrights for it, and we have to go down and apply for a trademark for it. So that's what we're waiting for right now. Once we get all that done, we get it back, then we can tell you the name. We go change out the domain name. It's got an email attached to it, everything ready to go. All right, with that being said, got to go. Thank you for your time. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it weren't for him, none of this would be available. If you are interested in our products, keep in mind, well, you have until the end of this year, because after that, we're not doing any more with customers. We got people that are coming in. They're going to be just selling the product off. They're going to probably have their own websites and stuff like that, and you can go through them. All right, that being said, gotta go, and God bless.